One of my subscribers, in my opinion, had tagged me in a post that was on Facebook. And when I opened it up, I could not get past maybe even the first 2 minutes of a almost 30-minute video. In this picture you see right here is a screenshot from that video. I'm contemplating, should I even pin the video in the comment section, because it's like, why bother? But anyway, what if you thought that birthday party, alleged birthday party out in California that was broken up a couple weeks ago was something, this one right here in Florida, of course, was way worse. So in this picture you see a whole bunch of people down in the Florida Panhandle having what is supposed to be an Easter cookout. I'm like, did the whole hood show up? Because that's exactly what it looks like. Now, you know, they are supposed to be doing the whole social distancing thing. This is definitely way more than 10 people. I think they said this was 100+ people that were there. And if you look around, all of them are black. So to everyone who keeps saying, oh, it's only palm-colored people doing this, no, it is not. We're just going to say that it's just a lot of ignorant people that are doing this. This is not a one-trick pony or a one-sided thing. Now, before I get into the article, let me mention this. I found out today that they are probably going to keep the social distancing thing in effect through 2022. We're talking an additional 2 years. They do not want to lift the whole social distancing thing up at one time, because if they do that and send everybody out into society and they get in contact with each other again while this is still going on, then they run the risk of inflating the infection all over again, and then you got to regress and start over from scratch. Now, they said they're doing it intermittently, which means it's going to be like a slow process. They're going to start slowly opening things back up, but not all at one time. It's going to be in phases in hopes that by 2022, the social distancing thing can be completely done. That's basically what they're saying. It's not like we're going to be stuck in a quarantine for 2 years. They're just saying that it's going to be a slow process leading up to everybody being able to congregate with each other. But it's going to take about 2 years for them to do it, because it's so many people and it's so many people who have been affected by it that they don't want to risk take the risk that a lot of people will get infected and then they got to go back to square one. So I just wanted to mention that as it pertains to this, because this does not help at all. At all. Now I'm going to go ahead and read this article. It says, more than 100 people gathered outside an affordable housing complex in the Florida Panhandle for an Easter cookout Sunday, defying social distancing measures amid the virus outbreak before police arrived to break up the scene. Video shared on social media showed at least 100 people, most of whom who were not wearing masks, gathered on the lawn in the Addicts Court community in Pensacola. One Facebook Live recorded by a resident showed police vehicles driving through the neighborhood as their car megaphones instructed residents to obey the governor's stay-at-home order. Other officers wearing personal protective equipment are seen on foot passing residents, many of whom had children with them, telling them to disperse. Police Chief Tommy Leiter and several other officers, all wearing personal protective equipment, had responded to the gathering to inform residents about the risk of the virus, the Pensacola News Journal reported. No arrests were made and no citations were issued. It took police about 2 hours to disperse the group. The party had disbanded by 7 p.m. The officers were really just educating those at the party about the importance of social distancing. Many of those in attendance were young, and we were trying to explain to them why they think they were not at high risk for the virus, they can bring it home to their older family members. And see, that goes back to what I was saying about the arrogance of this establishment. That arrogance pendulum does not swing one way. And when I say one way, I'm talking about to the Caucasian side. It swings on our side. It swings on the Hispanic side, the Asian, and any other group. It swings all over. Some may be more arrogant than others, but this right here is unnecessary. It's unacceptable. Like, most of the people out there were grown. They have access to social media. They have access to the news. Why would you put yourself at risk as well as children and then possibly take that back home? 100+ people, and hardly any of them were wearing masks. All congregated because they wanted to have an Easter cookout. First off, I never even knew Easter cookouts was a thing, because for the most part, the only thing I've really known black people to do was go to church, and they'll probably have, the repast, and they'll congregate in the church, and then they'll just go home. To have a cookout, I did not know that was a thing. But here's the thing. Just imagine what it's going to be like when the 4th arrives, when the 4th of July gets here. Imagine what that's going to be, how that's going to be. It's going to be getting hot soon. It's going to be a long, hot summer. I'm calling it now. After deferring to local government for weeks, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a Republican, issued a statewide stay-at-home order on April 1st, urging residents to leave their homes only for essential trips. On March 30th, the governor had issued a safer-at-home order for 4 counties in South Florida, which is the part of the state worst stricken by the virus. In his weekly virtual address Monday, Pensacola Mayor Grover Robinson said the city will keep all public parks open, but will close all playgrounds, shared equipment, and remove basketball hoops from the outdoor courts. Yeah, it's like I said, these are grown adults here for the most part, or those who are old enough to know what stay at home means. But like I said, mentioning that this whole social distancing thing is probably going to last through 2022 and they're going to slowly regress, a lot of people are going to rebel against that. I have a big feeling that's going to happen, and I'm banking that the higher ups in the government are banking on that to happen. But yeah, like I said, the ignorance and arrogance, like I said, the people know what is supposed to be done, what needs to be done, but they're choosing to defy it, and they're choosing to do whatever they want. At this point, they can do whatever they want. If they happen to catch it, then just stay away from me. That's all I'm gonna say. Just stay away from me, because they're grown. They're gonna do what they want to do. But should they suffer the consequences? It is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you haven't done so already. Have your notifications turned on, and I will talk to you in the next one.